I'm a computer science major here at Furman. It's a lot of hard work, but besides work, what else do we do? We hold departmental activities every month, but attendance is dwindling. Every year, the department says we should do something new, so this year I decided to have a LAN party, hosted here at Furman Hall. The newly renovated computer science labs were the ideal location to host the party. The labs are home to 45 computers, 2 projectors, and an equipment room to house the game server. It controls all the games we play. After getting permission from the head of my department, I began planning for the event. Getting prepared for the party was a complicated and time-consuming process that involved a lot of mindless repetition and some technological insights. Weeks before I had a confirmed date and time for the event, I started leaving handwritten messages on whiteboards in the labs asking for help, and advertising the stuff that we're going to do. Every computer in both of the labs needed to be able to access our games, and to do this I had to preload the games onto the computer's hard drives. Due to the large size of most of the games, and to the fact that most of them had to be updated fairly regularly, this made this pretty difficult, and very time-consuming as well. To fight this problem, I designed a system that would distribute small parts of the game as they were needed. This allowed everyone to run the games at the same time, even if none of their computers had preloaded the game content. Since all of the games in the system were stored in a central location, this also meant I could deal with updates by updating only one copy of the game at a time. Every upside has a downside, however. All of the games are delivered through network cables, and there's a limit to how much data can be sent at once. My dispatch computer was connected to all the others with a single cable. When I'm trying to deliver games to 2 computers at once, I'm going to need to halve my outputs. Doing this enough times would cause hour-long wait times. By this point, an old computer science saying came to mind. There's no silver bullet. Reloading all the games would take way too much time before the LAN party even began, and loading all the games on demand would create a bottleneck and nobody would be able to play without waiting for hours. Therefore, some compromises had to be made. I combined the best of both solutions by setting up a setup day in which my friends and I would preload as many computers as possible, relying on the network for the rest of them at the time of the party. After a few hours, we'd managed to load 15 computers and decided that it would probably be enough. To put this problem another way, think of watching a large YouTube video and getting stopped halfway into it because you haven't downloaded the rest. Now imagine if all of your friends needed to download this video before you could watch it. That's the type of problem that we're having here. The special dispatch computer I used has a name, the game server. I commandeered it from a previous computer science project and installed a new hard drive onto it. Microsoft's Windows server was a good fit for the game servers, and after a few days of loading and configuring software, I had a functional system that was capable of controlling 10 games. After setting up the game server in the equipment room, I realized another problem. There was no network connection in the room. I had expected that since the room was specifically labeled for equipment, that it would contain the proper hookups for network access, and I was partially right, although network jacks were present, but none of the jacks were connected to anything. The jacks might have been used previously, but the room had been largely disused since before my time. It's a shame, really, as most of our most expensive equipment's in that room gathering dust. Since the game server is very loud and expensive, I couldn't just put it in the general labs, so I had to find a way to get internet into the room. The way that I fixed this problem was a bit unorthodox. Did this in a way that I believed would be non-permanent. I stretched a network cable under the door. As luck would have it, it's still there. I guess if it works, then you don't really need to mess with it, but I'm surprised it survived for this long. With technical preparations finally complete, I had to spread the word. With free food as my slogan, I printed up about 10 posters that advertised the games that we would be playing, and the date and the time of the event. I also sent out 2 mass emails to everyone in the department, advertising for the party. Once the day of the party finally arrived, I had made a few informational signs that explained the rules, and had tips for getting computers to work and a schedule of hourly events. I was planning on having an official tournament with a prize and registered teams, but this didn't happen and I've scheduled it for the next party. An hour before the party I went food shopping. I bought 8 bottles of soda from Walmart first. I wasn't sure what the partygoers would want to drink, so I bought a wide selection of sodas. I was a bit concerned when I realized that I had forgotten Mountain Dew, every gamer's favorite drink, but my fears dissipated when I found a whole bunch of them in the computer science fridge. The department also reimbursed me for pizza and provided free plates, cups, and napkins, as well as a table to put it all on. Not wanting to serve cold pizza, I went out to get it about 30 minutes before the event started. It took a while to get 8 pizzas though, and by the time I got back, everybody was already there, hungry and waiting. I wasn't really expecting a lot of people. I needed to spend a good hour reconfiguring the server before realizing that no more people could be added to that particular game. Another game with no player cap gained in popularity, and most people ended up playing that for the rest of the night. Some people even played games that I didn't have installed because they knew how to get them and they knew how to play them. Being a host, I needed to enforce a lot of rules, especially rules about eating in the lab. Herman's custodians had been clear with me, no food in the labs. Didn't stop people from trying, and I spent quite a while cleaning up water spills. Everything went alright in the end though, and nothing was broken or vandalized at the party. In conclusion, everyone was satisfied with the party, and everyone wants to do another. Next time we're planning to have a competition, as well as some prizes to give away to the winners. I'm expecting a much bigger turnout for the next party, so I'm going to do a bit more preparation next time.